One of the best and beautiful flower of winter season is Gazania plant that grows such type of flowers over the whole springs only with a little care. In this video, we will see in depth about Gazania flower plant care, covering each and every useful thing for its maximum flowering, so keep watching this video and do subscribe to our channel. Gazania flower plant is a winter's annual flowering plant native to Southern Africa where it is grown as a container plant. It's a hardy plant which also produces such non-fragrant, big size and multicolored flowers. They have many varieties with different colors and shapes. It's a common outdoor plant but can be grown indoors with proper care. You can simply buy their seedlings at the start of winters. They are available in all nurseries. Choose any container to plant them and within a few days they will be on their own feet. If you give them a sunny spot, they will grow bigger and bigger within a few weeks. Just keep the watering in control and sun coming. And within a month or so, they will be budding and blooming. The first and the most important thing in Gazania flower plant care is understanding their season. As to I am saying, it's a winter's flowering plant, but that's not completely right. So basically it depends upon the temperature range of your area. Like in some areas with a colder climate over the whole year, Gazania plant can be grown even in summers. It's because the temperature is ideal there even in summers. The ideal temperature for Gazania plant is around 16 to 27 degrees, and as long as the day temperature is in this range, you can grow Gazania plants. In most Asian countries, the temperature in summers goes as high as 40 degrees, but in winters the temperature is 10 to 25 degrees. And that's why it's called as a winter's flowering plant in such Asian countries. While in some states of USA, the summer's temperature goes as high as 30 degrees, while the winters are too cold, means the temperature goes in minus. So that's why it's called as a summer's flowering plant in such areas. So overall it's a cool area plant and can be grown in winters and summers as long as the temperature is near this ideal range. And Gazania plant gradually dies when the season changes and goes out of the range. Hope you got the point, so subscribe to our channel. Another important thing in Gazania flower plant care is their soil mix. Soil mix plays a crucial role in the growth of any plant. For Gazania plant, you can use a well-draining and a slightly loose mixture. It's a little adaptive plant, but be sure your mixture is not fully clayish and hard. It should be at least well-draining and loose. You can simply use this homemade mixture. It works best for such seasonal flowers and it's very cheap as well. Video on making this potting mix is linked in the description box and I button. Must check it out. For watering, you still need to be a little careful. You can count on your soil up to a level, but don't be completely ignorant. Follow a simple rule: water only when the soil is a little dry, otherwise wait. Watering over a moist soil mix can raise the chance of yellow leaves, stunted and dull growth, etc. So be careful. Another very important thing in Gazania flower plant care is to place it in an ideal spot. If you keep your plant in an ideal spot, not only the growth will be better, also more buds will appear and big size flowers you will get. Gazania plant is a sun-loving plant. You can even place it in a full day of sunlight, but at least make sure of a few hours of direct sunlight. Their flowers open and closes with the sunlight, so for a fully bloomed flower, sunlight is essential. Deficiency of light may appear with yellow leaves, more pests and lesser buds on the plant, so make sure of a sunny spot. And if you like to explore more of such beautiful flowers of winters, you can follow a detailed video from the description box and I button. Another big thing in Gazania plant care is their planter. Gazania plant is a seasonal plant that have a life cycle of a few months, and in this period, how many roots can grow? So it clears up that not a big size pot is required. You can choose around 6 to 8 inches of a pot for a single plant. That is enough for its healthiest growth. You can choose clay pot or a grow bag or a plastic pot, whatever suits you. Some of them are also linked in the description box to buy, and here you can also subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Another important thing in Gazania flower plant care is their proper fertilization. Gazania plant is a moderate type of a feeder, which means normal fertilization is enough. Not so much of a powerful fertilizer is required. You can choose mustard cake liquid for best flowering, or you can also use this homemade fertilizer which is made specially for flowering plants and have all the essential nutrients. Video on this fertilizer is linked in the description box and I button. Must check it out and fertilize your plants every 2 weeks in their growing season. Another important thing in Gazania plant care is their deadheading. Gazania plant is an annual plant that will die automatically when the seeds are made. It's a natural thing, so by preventing the seeds formation, we can enjoy their blooms for a little longer. Seeds are made in the spent flowers, so if you kept them on the plant, the whole energy of the plant goes to make the seeds, which also results in lesser blooming. So simply remove the spent flowers whenever they appear. This will keep the flowering on track at least until the season ends. Gazania plant also have some pest enemies like aphids, leaf miners, etc., which will keep on appearing if your plants are weak or maybe when the season is ideal for pest. So here what we can do is that use Neem spray over your all plants. Video on making Neem spray is linked in the description box and I button. And if you like to know about the most common type of pest which you will encounter the most and their simple treatments, you can also follow a video linked in the description box. You will not encounter with any more issues as long as you follow this guide. If the plant is growing slow or drying, there might be something you have missed from these points. Simply check again. So it's all about Gazania flower plant care. To learn about ice flower plant care guide, you can follow this video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.